Welcome back to Infamous 2. I screwed up,
Hey man, word is
and
out.
I
Yep.
Contacted by
accidentally
a cop and a junkie.
undid the,
Wow, that's quite a fan
I
base.
undid the
People take you
voice
seriously,
voice
man.
recording for the
Helping a
actual time
mouse
we
send a
did this live,
message.
so this is going to
New
be
Marais, fresh start for
in
us.
post
Clean
commentary.
slate.
I'm sure.
Okay,
So we,
alright.
we,
These
we
people pay
rebrand, we
attention.
start over, and yet,
Especially when you got
and
lightning
we
coming
move
after
on
you.
after the
Armor's
Yule
a
sagas,
bitch.
and yet this
I get
still
it.
happens.
What you gonna do?
Yeah,
I'm gonna send a
uh,
message.
it's very annoying to deal with. Like, this happened also in the original attempt that we had with this game, where
Not as bad though. Like we'll talk about it when we get to a certain game, but there was a certain game that got ruined when just outright ruined multiple times, and we just gave up on it because it just kept getting messed up for some reason. We couldn't understand why.
yeah, that one, like, it just had multiple technical issues when we tried
Issues,
recording
and
it,
it was
and it was
frustrating. Yeah, it was. I mean, not to rag on you at all, Legon, because I know it's not a big deal, and we moved on from it. But like I felt like we did that game 3 or 4 times in a row, and it's just like every single time you'd come to us the next day and say it was
got
fucked.
ya.
And I was just like, come on, man. Like,
yeah, I
we
was
wasted about
just as
2 weeks on
I
that
was
game.
probably just as frustrated as you
It's
guys
okay.
were with that one, because it's also a game that
Yeah.
I really did enjoy.
Yeah,
But,
well, I enjoyed it because
yeah.
we had good runs and you had good runs, and it's like we had good commentary and you had good commentary, and it's just like we kept getting demoralized. And it's not that I don't want to like not do reruns of these games. Like I don't mind doing re-recordings. It happens, technical failures. But it's like when we're spending days and days and days on it, it's like we just had to scrap it because we just
Yeah.
couldn't play the game again after 4 times. What the fuck happened? What? I don't
Oh, yeah,
remember that.
This is one of the main missions where it was introducing.
Interesting angle.
Yeah, it was introducing the side mission of, hey, look at that, you get karmic side missions. One's good, one's evil. You have this one here, which
Yeah.
is the good side mission. Rescue the people from getting knocked off the roof by the militia, because they're like, haha, you can fly, can't you? No, we can't, we're normal. Shut up, jump.
Yeah, and you. Oh, and he fucked it up, almost. But also, I think.
And getting stuck. That's per usual.
Yep. And oh yeah, and I. Oh, Cole, getting stuck in the wall.
Those
Typical
officers
Cole.
are taking fire. Give them support. Then capture one of the militia for questioning.
Sorry, Quo. I have to really just examine this brick wall. Trust me. Trust me. There's something suspicious about it. It might be the link we need.
This is why I'm glad it at least saved the gameplay footage, because some of it was pure gold.
Yeah, like the fact that you got stuck and then just flinged off of it was hilarious. Yeah, I don't mind re-recording something especially the night we do it sometimes, because it's like we might as well just get back in there. But it can be a little demoralizing when you have a really good session and then it tanks, because it's like, even right now I kind of feel like, what do I say?
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be alright. It's not a big deal, but it's like it's hard to say something about something you've already seen, like just a few hours or days after you've already said it. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to come up with something new when you haven't had much time to actually come up with something new.
Right. But, oh well, I mean, it happens. We have the footage still, and obviously, Infamous 2 is still a good game, so. I also like the name Karma's a Bitch. I think I just said that, but I didn't really go into it, but yeah, like, the namings of some of these missions are still pretty solid.
Yeah.
Damn, man. You hear that hippie-ass bucket drummer? Oh, I hate that crap. Do everyone a favor and put the fear of God into any street performer you find.
I didn't know you hated the arts, pal.
I just don't like being forced to listen to their music.
Well, then just
Seriously,
avoid
who
them,
does?
Zeke. That's simple as that. I don't know why you need
Yeah,
to
it's
make
like-
that such a big deal.
That's like,
I keep hearing your
it's
name
like turning on the
town
radio
hall.
to rap
It's gonna be
and like,
impossible to
and
do
like,
this much longer.
basically turning on to rap and saying, I hate rap, I'm more of a country guy. It's like,
Okay,
well, why
well,
aren't you
let's
listening
hurry
to
up and find
country?
Wolf.
I'm still on it. In the meantime, I think you should try flexing your powers a bit.
Yeah, come on,
Head
listen to
for
country,
these coordinates.
fucking plebeian. Zeke plebeian confirmed.
I thought the video
Oh, yeah.
like stopped for a second. That's like, oh wait a second, that's
No, yeah,
intentional.
yeah, I forgot that they, yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid. successful game, and it's because they start introducing all the online missions right now.
Yeah, it's because they introduced the user-created online missions. And yeah, it's just fast forwarding because there's really not much else that needs to be said and done. It's just like going from point A to point B. So, yeah.
This is basically the time. This is basically when we cut things out.
What do
And
you do,
it's funny to see that now, and we have to actually talk about it instead of just being in the cut
Are
space.
you there, John?
Because
Go ahead.
like
Now that you've infiltrated
like
the
you guys don't
group,
imagine you guys don't understand the conversations we have outside of recording.
John, what?
Wolf had speculated
Yeah.
that
Evolution. Where's Randy Orton?
absorbing blast
I
cores
have
might
no
expose
idea
some
We
where
of
can-
he
your
is. He
dormant
should be
powers.
somewhere.
All right.
Yeah, right. Well, no, we're staring at him. He's Randy Orton. We just need Batista and Triple H and Flair. Sorry, I'm a big wrestling nerd. I didn't mean to be a wrestling nerd on our video game recording. Yeah, that.
Oh my goodness. You keep cutting out sometimes. Like, it just makes it so that you go through...
Yeah.
Like, I just hear bits and pieces of what you're saying.
Pause the video then.
I think the key is to
Pause
I mean, you're
use
better
your
now.
body by using your powers in different
Oh,
ways.
yeah, I can't help it.
Just
Sometimes
mix
that
it up
happens,
while
I guess.
frying the militia.
I know,
That's
and
it?
that's the weird part.
Try it out. I spotted a squad hold up near
Yeah.
your position.
Anyway, as I was going to say before Fast
Sensor
Robot
Bolt was one of the
from
ones-
the disclaimer of online missions, which is kind of what you sounded like.
Oh. Well,
Uh,
Pincer Bolt is one of the ones I use the most, to be honest. It's one of my favorites in the game.
Honestly, I stuck with the Alpha Bolt a lot, or the artillery one. I don't know which
Because
one.
I'm
it was.
Regon and I'm an alpha male.
Well, it was either that or it was just because it was it's a lot of power and it does a lot of damage in one strike. It's not like a multiple kind of hit deal.
Because I'm Legon and I'm the alpha male.
Yeah, I mean that is also possible. It could have
Militia
been that.
found themselves some more deviants. If you don't do something,
Yeah, you sound very alpha there, bro. Very alpha. My name is Legon and I crush vagina. Never mind.
Wait, don't put words in
No,
my mouth.
Hey, I'm a virgin. Please don't assume otherwise.
I mean, when you put it that way.
I mean, when you put it that way, come on, man. Come on, man. You're really just fucking underselling me here.
I mean, I don't really care either way, because I'm just here
Yeah.
to have fun, and that's kind of what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, I mean,
guess
all,
to
all
explain,
joking aside.
yeah, and to go into a little detail about what's going on in the game here is that the reason why
Feels about right.
going like left, right, up, down, sideways, yada yada yada, is so that you can basically do the unlock requirements for new abilities, because that's how they're locked for some reason. It's kind of cool the first time, and it also promotes basically exploring around the overworld a lot, and I mean, it's a good thing for gameplay, but in terms of Let's Play, it's just kind of unnecessary padding.
Yeah. There's a lot of abilities we're not just gonna show it off and Legon will just get it, because there's some that are just like absurdly out of the way or kind of
Yeah,
like
some
a
just
little
have
bit
an
of
absurd grinding requirement.
Yeah, so it's like we'll just get it out of the way. On, you know. Okay.
not too shabby, brother. Gonna miss your other.
What the
life.
fuck was that?
Had a classic feel
Yes.
to it.
Why did I see Minecraft in my infamous?
Oh.
Cole.
Oh,
Are
okay,
you-
that's why. Okay, never mind. I think I accidentally pressed a button.
It stands to reason that your other powers should be
No,
able to
it's-
grow in similar ways.
All right, this is
Yeah, I
great.
definitely
Well,
understand.
I'll monkey around a bit, see what I can come up with.
Oh my god, this is beautiful. All technical difficulties
And we're
left
back.
in. This is no, we're not back. This is your shame. It was all we were here the whole time. This is what you get.
Yeah, nothing
This is
wrong
what you-
happened whatsoever. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nothing. Don't stare at the man behind the curtain. Nothing to see over here.
Nothing to
along.
see here.
Yeah, no, I do like the upgrade system in this game, but it can be tedious because of the fact that it is a bit of a grind.
Yeah, which is for better or for worse, in all honesty. It's kind of just eye of the beholder in a situation like that. But I'm fine
For
with
better
it.
or worse, like, oh, that's the quote. Don't be a nerd. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah.
Yeah, there's just multiple different ways that the upgrades can be mixed and matched and used in different arrays and situations, and really it's just personal preference, and that's something I really like about Infamous 2. It's just like, hey, you play it how you
Well,
want
I'm
to,
glad you're
and
making
that's
progress, Cole,
really
because
the
I'm
appeal
not.
of it.
I lost
I
the
do
trail
like
and
it.
Wolf, and the clock is ticking. Once the militia get
I
what they want
don't
out
really
of
know
him,
how
he's as
much
good
else
as
I can
dead.
say
We
about it.
ain't gonna take down the beast without that guy. He's the whole reason we're here.
Calm down.
I
If we can get
also
Bertrand
don't
to talk,
remember
he'll
why I
know
didn't
where
edit
Wolf
out
is.
just going through these menus.
Joseph Bertrand, the leader of the militia. He's an elusive guy most of the time, but tonight he's giving a speech in front of St. Ignatius.
Don't think we got a choice. We need to grab that fella after his speech and find out where he's hiding Wolf.
Okay, time to meet Mr. Bertrand. Zeke, I'm in position for the rally, but I'm gonna stay out of sight until Bertrand
That-
takes the stage. I'll meet you inside.
Alright, we're back.
Low profile.
Technical difficulty, man. And this goddamn let's getting cursed.
I know, it's like, the game itself is fine, and then everything else outside of it is just like, no, shoot it in the head.
No, you don't get to have fun. You will suffer. 2 hours later is how it feels.
Yeah. So now we gotta watch the crazy man who controls the people shooting everyone scream why shooting everyone is a good idea.
McGrath. The electric man.
Hey, I mean, if he's gonna be doing it, at least he's telling us why he's doing it.
I mean, fair enough, but at the same time, crazy be crazy.
Yeah.
What'd I miss?
Zeke sadly does look like he'd fit in with this cult meeting, if we didn't already know him.
Yeah. He really does, actually.
It's kinda
fit
funny.
in too well.
In defense of this city.
You would be a follower, buddy. I don't know, man.
Called upon them to stand against the enemy. Did they cower?
Also,
I
it's
do like-
amazing how he has this advanced military and then he just pulls out a cutlass.
Yes.
Yeah, dude has just like a fucking Confederate sword, which makes sense, but I guess because I guess he is like he is kind of a Confederate-looking figure.
You
Yeah.
like the stairs.
Just saying, man, Bertrand would have been on the wrong side of history back in the day.
These five young men are the guardians of this city, and they are all that stands between you and the freaks.
I like it. The freaks.
As God is my
He says that in the freaks. Okay, guys, come on down, freaks. Come on, freaks.
and destroy them
What are you doing, freaks? The freaks.
Come on, show yourselves.
There, freaks. There are the freaks. There they are. All right.
And then as soon as things get hairy, he runs.
all. Know what to do.
Out of my way. Devil's coming
Get
through.
out of my way. I'm the hero. One of the things the Infamous cutscenes, yeah, the cut to gameplay scenes in Infamous 2 do that I do like are the slow motions. Like the slow-mo action shots are pretty good.
Yeah, honestly, this, like, even then, it's just like the basic gist of it is that Infamous 2 as a game just has a much better graphical style to it compared to the first game.
Yeah.
Where it was really just like model in spot, and then model do thing. That's it.
Thing. I think Infamous 1 did a good job of giving, and like Undied, Infamous 1 did a good job of giving Infamous its own identity, but like Infamous 2 just refined everything, which, you know, a good sequel should refine everything, and when you start developing your sequel immediately, have the confidence to develop your sequel immediately after releasing the first game, then you do have a chance to fit. Oh, by the way, I love how you got kicked the fuck off the ledge like a punk.
Yeah, just like all the way,
Like, get down there!
all the way down there too.
Yeah, that was a cool friggin' shot. But yeah, once you start developing your sequel, literally after you release the first one, you have a chance to really work on just what exactly didn't go right in the first one, what you didn't feel comfortable with. You know, but that's, you know, there's two ways about it. You can do that, and then sometimes, like this, in the case of this game, you'll have a better product. But some games you'll have burnout. Like anyone, developers get burnout. So it's like you don't want to risk making your game too soon in advance. That's when you get like the Call of Duty burnout that there was for a minute, and then like Assassin's Creed burned out really fast. Like you had 1, 2,
Yeah, the
Brotherhood,
oversaturation problem,
Higher ground.
where it's
yeah,
too much.
you had
of it.
Brotherhood. Yeah, and you had Brotherhood, then you had 3, and then 3 was just like obviously the mark of like, other than 4 being a good black sheep in that lineup, everything after 3, everything with 3 and after 3 kind of just sucked because they were burnt out.
Yeah, and it's like when you don't really know where else to take something, it suffers for it.
Yeah, which, you know, you can do the Infamous thing where it's like you give it a little bit of a break after the sequel, and then Infamous did 2 things right with Second Son, even though Second Son is a little more bland and didn't come out great. Like, it's not perfect. It's not a bad game by any means, but it's definitely like, you know, it's meh. But the 2 good things I can say it did do were they gave it time. They gave it some time before releasing it, and they gave themselves time to develop it. For 1, and then for 2, they changed things up. They went with they went with different universe-ish, and then they went with different characters. You know, it's actual Seattle, you know, all that jazz. Like they changed things up and shake things up in the right way.
Yeah, and when you have a new idea or anything like that, it does wonders.
A new idea.
It does wonders for like just rejuvenating the spirit of the series or that kind of thing. It's just,
Yeah. Also, Mr. President, Eggman is planning to take out Earth with the cannon. Mr. President. Whoa, Mr. President.
You got hit with
Let
a
us take your
helicopter.
pyramid rocket to the moon. The sad thing is, this scene would not have been out of place in Sonic Adventure 2,
It really wouldn't have.
and that's hilarious to me.
And now we basically get a new enemy of the game, helicopter.
And like I wonder. Actually, now I get to see if you did the thing I requested, because you edited this footage before realizing the audio got fucked. So, Legon, did you do the thing I wanted?
I just remembered what it was now, and no, I didn't.
Well, you have the chance now to go back in and do the thing that I wanted.
Do it again.
Do it again.
Do it again.
Yeah, edit it, but again, re-edited it. I mean, because you fight so fucking many of them in the game, it makes sense. Like,
Yeah, it's just kind of like, why wouldn't you have that thing that you asked
Yeah.
for?
I'm pretty sure you fight this thing a few times. Like, there's at least a sizable chunk of times you fight this thing.
It's not even the same one. It's
And not-
multiple different helicopter. It's multiple different
I know.
helicopters.
Would have been fucking cool if it was the same one. I don't care, like, the logistics behind it, but what if it was the same one with, like, Band-Aids on it and shit coming back for more? It's like, oh my god.
That would have been hilarious. And I would have loved it.
Like Huze's theme from Yakuza 0, because the motherfucker just keeps coming back and keeps coming back and keeps coming back. I will say this, I don't think a lot of games do that enough, actually, and it's a kind of a shame. I think there is merit in having that boss that just comes back and fights you, and he comes back and is like it's like the Nemesis in Resident Evil, but like
Yeah.
more so.
Damn, man. Quo never told us this town was overrun by a pack of...
I love a good rival character, let's put it that way.
crocodile freaks.
Oh man.
Yeah,
wow.
it's great to
pretty
have
cool,
something
right?
that's essentially a check mark of, are you still strong enough to keep going with what the game is going to provide?
Man, I think I might have
Yeah.
stumbled onto a lead to
And it's like
wolf.
you start by
Over some
barely
folks
winning
talking
or
about
getting
a
your ass
strange
kicked, and then
device
you
they found.
like the Virgil character, you
All right, cool.
somewhat
I'll give it a look.
start to be able to keep up with him, and then you beat his ass, and then you just fucking demolish him. Like one last time, the game just goes. Anyway, what's the next part of
Yeah, we'll see you guys for the next part of this. Where was the... There it is.